And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, I told you to stay put here because we're going to end the show. I have been asked from the command center over there, just so you don't, if you don't know the studio, Sam and Rose have their own little world. In fact, we should do that. We should get a graphic for their world. But they have their own little world, and I've been asked from their area to do something at the end of the show that I'm not aware is going to happen. And as you might know out there, the audience, I am a very good sport, and so I'm gonna go with that. So you're gonna want to stay put. Sam, do me a favor. Put up Phillip D. Murphy's picture. Phillip D. Murphy. Pull that up for a minute, okay? Just want to give you this. The incoming New Jersey governor plans to swing to the left. Play on words, right? From the Washington Post. He plans to swing to the left and a model for the country, okay? You know, this is the New Jersey 56th governor, Phil Murphy. Had Hollywood on his mind, all right? He wants to, let me put it like this. Let me see where he wanted to do. Tuesday, when he was sworn in, New Jersey will become the one, listen to this, one of just 8 states. I did get that right. Okay. New Jersey will become one of just 8 states where Democrats run every branch of government. Okay? All right? If Murphy has his way, New Jersey will become a proving ground for every liberal policy ideal coming into fashion. From legalized marijuana to $15 minimum wage, from a millionaire's tax to a virtual Bill of Rights for undocumented immigrants. Now, let's stay here. This is not, I mean, they're going to talk to you this morning on all the other networks and all the other stations about what kind of starburst the President of the United States likes, pink and red. They're going to talk to you about Kevin McCarthy actually giving the president a starburst. We're digging in here, okay? Now, New Jersey, let's say Illinois cannot pass a budget, cannot pay they cannot pay their bloated retirement funds, pension plans. They can't. New Jersey's pension plan is in a mess. Connecticut, it's a mess, folks. New Jersey is a disaster area. So the governor, okay, sworn in Tuesday, Murphy has his way. New Jersey will become a proving ground for every liberal policy ideal into fashion. He wants to legalize marijuana, $15 an hour minimum wage, a millionaire's tax, and a virtual Bill of Rights. A Bill of Rights for undocumented immigrants. That's what this guy wants to do. All right? Just want to put it out there. Because the one thing I think nobody talks about in 2018 is what we may have to bail out or the states that are going to collapse under these liberal policies, Jersey being one. Now, put up our gang member again one more time. So we talk about, and I wanted to do this story for a reason, because I call it, I'm broadcasting from an undisclosed location in LJ, Georgia, right? Well, God, we're hard to find, right? And we are in rural America. We are in the it could never happen here zone, right? It can't happen here. That's where we live. And when it does happen and it hits home, we have to ask, wait a minute. Now, we, for one, in LJ, do not care if you're working at the chicken plant. We don't care who you are. If you're living up here, we don't care. But a violent gang member, this is on fetchyournews.com. Fannin County, you can go and read the entire story. Violent gang member apprehended in Fannin County. A police chase ended with the detainment of a suspect involved. The Fannin County Sheriff's Office made an arrest after becoming involved in a chase shortly after midnight on Wednesday, January 10th. Fannin Sheriff's Deputy Jarrett Wood noticed a green Nissan Pathfinder south on Georgia 2 with a brake light out. Now, why did he have a brake light out? Okay? Now, I'm serious. You have a brake light out, but I'm telling you, you need to follow this. And failed to maintain his lane. Initially, Pathfinder pulled over and coming to a stop when Wood signaled to the driver to do so. After pulling over, the vehicle sped off in a chase. Now, Blue Ridge City Police were made aware. They joined in. Everybody joined in. The driver identified is Armando Ramirez. Okay? Now, Ramirez, I want to get into him a little bit. The entire story you can read on fetchyournews.com, Fannin County. Ramirez, 25, of Buford, Georgia, was arrested and charged with multiple traffic misdemeanors. These misdemeanors include reckless driving, driving on the wrong side of the road, failure to stop, failure to obey traffic devices or police, failure to wear a seatbelt. Wow, he doesn't sound like a bad guy. Along with the traffic misdemeanors, Ramirez is being charged with driving on a suspended or revoked license. Ramirez, who has a criminal history throughout the state of Georgia, was detained for similar charges in Buford. He currently has an outstanding criminal warrant in Hall County. He was detained for similar charges, folks. Now, this is my belief. This is my opinion. I think he was a decoy. Because you got to understand, this guy has been detained for this in other areas. So I think he runs decoy. I think he lures in police officers or law enforcement. And I am not for sure something really didn't happen in Fannin County other than this guy eluding the police. See, it wasn't high speed. When he pulled over and pulled back out, it's not like he took off 80, 90 miles an hour really trying to get away. He was going 55. I think he's a decoy. Now, if you go to our story, you will see a list of distinctive markings from Ramirez's booking sheet. We put his booking sheet up. He has the distinctive markings. Okay? We put all of them up. You can read them yourself. As indicated by tattoos covering his body, Ramirez also has confirmed ties to a violent street and prison gang, the Barrio Aztecas. It's in the story, okay? Read this. The Barrio Aztecas, and we've got it, formed in the late 1980s in El Paso, Texas, and grew quickly to become an international crime group with strong ties to the Juarez Cartel in Mexico, known for drug trafficking. The Aztecas are considered one of the most dangerous gangs in America. All right? Fannin County Sheriff Deputy Dane Kirby was unable to comment on the detainee's affiliation. Sources from the Appalachian Drug Task Force spoke to Fetch Your News about the gang-related activity in North Georgia and said to this, they told us, North Georgia, I cannot confirm, the source said, speaking about the Aztecas affiliation in our area. Atlanta, yes, there's a bit of every gang in Atlanta. All right? The source did confirm the source did confirm that there are known drug trafficking to the cartel activity. There is. Now this came from the North Georgia or the Appalachian Drug Task Force. They confirmed, the source did confirm that there is known drug trafficking related to cartel activity in North Georgia. known drug trafficking related to cartel activity in North Georgia, and added about why Ramirez might have been in Fannin County. If he does not live there, I would say it's likely that he was passing through for a specific reason. Now, that's the quote that we got from the Appalachian Drug Task Force, for a specific reason. He was passing through, my opinion, BKP, as a decoy. That's my opinion. He has the markings. I am being told by sources that you cannot be in this gang. The initiation is that you murdered somebody. I'm serious. I'm just telling you. So from the Appalachian Drug Task Force, I think what I would like for you to do is help us here in any way you can. I don't want you to racially profile, but if you see something, say something in North Georgia if you feel you're seeing gang members. Okay? Because we have a confirmation from the Appalachian Drug Task Force that there is cartel drug trafficking in North Georgia. There is. It's happening. And if this guy doesn't live up here, because he doesn't, he has similar charges in Beaufort. I think he's a decoy. Then he was here for a specific reason. Specific reason. Okay? Just saying. Call your local law enforcement today and say, are these... Now, one of our viewers sent us a message and said they saw this guy in LJ. Came from a viewer. Just saying. Okay? Just saying. I think you should watch out for that. Now, let's switch that. Let's take him down. Last night, we are starting to see the political posturing. Just want to let you know, I want to give a shout out to White County. I don't have my notes, okay? But I want to give a shout out to White County GOP. Lisa and I went over to Cleveland, Georgia last night. I didn't get home till 9 o'clock last night, and I really needed a nap yesterday, and I'm going to need one today. And oh, what the hell? And excuse me, I'm trying not to. I didn't say SHIT once today. I didn't say it one time. Not like CNN 138 times. So we go over there last night. Shout out to the White County GOP. I got to get the date. I'll give it to you tomorrow. Nothing earth-shattering. I'll give it to you tomorrow. I got to get the date. There will be a GOP primary governor debate over there in March that they announced, and I will be going to that. So we'll talk about that. State Senator Josh McCoon was there last night. We talked about the adoption bill. This is my 2-minute adoption bill, Georgia adoption bill. Let me explain what happened, okay? Last year in the state of Georgia, first of all, you need to know the Georgia adoption system has not been modernized for over 30 years. No modernization for over 30 years. So what happened last year is the Georgia House of Representatives passed unanimously what they call a clean bill to modernize, got to remember, modernize adoption rules and laws in Georgia. Now, what that meant is a clean bill for them was that it would not, their words, discriminate. So if a private organization, much like Catholic Charities, and two guys walked in. I mean, I don't know why I go around this subject. Two guys walked in and said they wanted to adopt, and they both fit financially and whatever, all the requirements you have to fill out. The Catholic charity could not refuse them an adoption. Okay, there was that. So it went to the Senate. This is last year, Georgia State Senate. A committee went in and said, hey, we want protections for private adoption agencies, that they can say, not discriminate. I hate the word when it gets framed wrong, but you could walk in to a Catholic adoption agency and say, I would like to adopt John and Jim, okay, I'd like to adopt a baby, and they would say to you, here is a list of agencies that will be glad to help you. but they did not have to. So it did not get out of the committee. The committee did not get it out and get it back on the floor for a vote, so the adoption bill did not pass last year. So I'll hurry up with this. This year, there's another adoption bill, basically the same one on the floor, what they call a clean bill. It has gone to the committee, the Senate. The Senate plans to pass it as it is, send it back to the House, and it looks like what is being called a clean adoption bill is going to head to Governor Deal's desk without what I call the protections of private adoption agencies, with religious, that hold religious views as what they call traditional. I'm not interested in getting around whether all this stuff today. But that being said, that would modernize. So that is big, to modernize the adoption rules. Now I understand this week a standalone bill is being introduced to give those said protections to private adoption agencies with political beliefs that they want to protect. So that's out there. Hope I didn't mess that up. Post 2, trying to kill time because I know what's getting ready to happen here. I don't know what's getting ready to happen. I'm getting ready to give Sam the floor, and I got to give her the floor long enough to where whatever happens, I can comment on. So post 2, commissioner in Fannin County is up for election. And I love the political posturing, okay? Because what's happening now, you need to go to your GOP, you need to go to your city meetings, you need to go to your water authority, you need to go to your county commissioner meetings, because what's happening now, it's that time of year because the May primary is coming up, is people come in and sit in the meeting and they're political posturing. You see who comes to the meeting that might be thinking about running for office. You see who comes into the meeting that normally is not there, so you wonder why are they there. That's right now in your local rural areas to start seeing who's running for office. Now, post 2, Fannin County Chairman, Commission Chair is not up for election, and that's held by Stan Helton. And Fannin County Commission Chair is not up for re-election, held by Stan Helton. And Fannin County Commission Post 1 is not up for re-election. That's held by Earl Johnson. But Fannin County Post 2 Commission is up for re-election, and we have that is currently being held by Larry Joe Sosby. Sources are there'll be several oppose him for this, and we have one last night. Natalie attended the Fannin County Board of Fannin County Republican meeting. Can you put the picture up of Glenn Peterson? Glenn Peterson is a candidate. He has officially announced at the Fannin County, and there's a full article. If you go to fetchyournews.com, Fannin County, you will see the article by Natalie Kissel. Glenn Peterson announces candidacy for Post 2 Commission seat in Fannin County. He is a educator for 33 years. And has spent approximately 23 years of his life as a teacher, and he's a Fannin County resident from there. He is the first public announcement for Post 2 in Fannin County. All right, so that being said, Sam, I just